Viewers, big news today. Big news breaking all around as we continue our rolling coverage going into the afternoon of day 5. Viewers, there's a lot happening on the ground and we're going to keep you abreast of these developments because fundamentally, viewers, this is really about covering an ongoing absolutely multiple front war now, which has really expanded to pretty much every corner of the Gulf and beyond. And let me bring you the headlines at the top of the hour as we begin our coverage. Israel cripples Tehran's defenses. That's the news that is coming out of Tel Aviv. Multiple strikes, Jolt, Tehran and US and Israeli forces crippled different parts of Tehran as they were targeted by US-Israeli forces. Israel uses precision bombs to target Iranian defenses, and that's the big story of the moment. It's not one way, and we've been telling you the Iranians have been quite resilient. The Iranian strikes US military communications, radar and satellite infrastructure across the Middle East. Satellite imagery shows key systems at bases in Bahrain, Kuwait, Saudi Arabia and UAE have been damaged. Those are the pictures you're seeing on your screens, friends. These are the pictures that tell us almost with X-ray quality how the Iranians have been systematically targeting US assets. Trump administration will host top US defense contractors at the White House on March 6 to press for faster weapons production as the Pentagon moves to rebuild stockpiles drained by recent strikes on Iran and other military operations. It looks as if the talk from Trump about how his system, his war machine was burgeoning with arms was a little sketchy. And Iran's clerical assembly of experts has reportedly chosen Mojtaba Khamenei, son of the late Ali Khamenei, as the next supreme leader under reported pressure from the Revolutionary Guards. It doesn't happen very often that you have a direct descendant of the Ayatollah assuming power. But in this case, that veto or that norm has been waived because this man, viewers, is supposed to be really a hawk. Mass mourning reported in Leh after the death of Iran's supreme leader Ayatollah Ali Khamenei. Look at those pictures. It's a beehive of mourners. Intelligence agencies raised serious red flags over foreign radical elements operating in India and the backdrop of this mourning that has erupted. This is not, viewers, let me tell you, Iran. These masses are from India. And amid escalating geopolitical tensions, Indian markets plunge as Sensex drops but rebounds 1,000 points, Nifty falls 550 points while the rupee sinks 66 paisa to an all-time low of 92.15 versus the US dollar. Obviously, viewers, the closure of the Strait of Hormuz, or at least a chokehold over energy supplies, spooking the markets. And viewers, we will continue down that road because that headline prompts us to take up the big story. The world's most critical energy artery has been constricted and India is feeling the pulse. In the latest, Iran's Islamic Revolutionary Guard Corps has declared full control over the Strait of Hormuz. In a defiant move, Tehran warned that any vessel attempting to navigate the vital energy corridor risks immediate destruction by missiles or stray drones. Now, here's a look at the marine traffic through the strait from the 28th of February to the 3rd, actually, of March. And we're going to look at this and we're going to analyze this because the Strait of Hormuz is looking extremely inert. This was 28th of February. You saw a lot of movement of fishing and, of course, trawlers and other cargo vessels. But now, friends, as the days go by, that traffic begins to slow. So that's 28th February. Let's move down the date line. Let's go to the next date. Now, the 1st of March, you're beginning to see clumping. Those are all boats that are waiting to dock. They are obviously cargo ships, and a large number of others are going through. Those are faster moving vehicles, perhaps taking all sorts of other passengers even. There could be ferries, there could be fishing trawlers. I'm not so sure about that, but certainly these red ones are the big cargo boats. And soon, viewers, on the 2nd of March, when things start heating up, you're seeing still some movement. But here around the Strait of Hormuz, you're seeing lesser movement. That's because everyone is now beginning to dock. They're going to stay in port. That's where you can see the concentration. On this side, that is Dubai, and that is that's Sharjah. There are many other, Abu Dhabi down there, and Ras Al Khaimah. So all these areas getting more busy as ships come into dock, to harbor. And this area, which is the real strait, this is about 20 miles sometimes wide in some places, is emptying out. Nothing is moving in or around that bend out. So that's the big problem. Let's go on to the 3rd of March, and you can see very little moving in this particular area. And that is because the Iranians have been sinking a few boats. They've also issued warnings. If anyone goes through the Strait of Hormuz, they're going to pay for it. So nothing is going in. All these city-states in the UAE are suffering because they don't have goods coming in. A large number of Indian exports that have come through are stuck here. A large number of oil tankers that would have moved out to come through to India are stuck. And of course, friends, there's a ripple effect down the line, because there are also ships that supply to China and Southeast Asia and other parts of the African coast. So there's that problem, and it's becoming worse by the day.